It's Thursday night.
You know what that means.
Will you look back when you're old and grey and think those dumb kids had a lot to say when we were trying to make this night one you'd remember? I don't care if my wheels don't turn, I don't care if my pipe don't burn, as long as I am flowing through your veins after I'm gone away.
Thursday night, and you know what that means. And I made that catchphrase, but I hardly ever get to say it anymore. But I got to say it today. But I'm going to bring our guest straight on because Andy's promised me he's going to do the first. I think it's the first ever live joke of the week. So without further ado, I'm going to bring them on. This is Andy, Laura, and Darcy. It's Coastal with the Joneses. How you doing?
Hi. All right.
Yeah. Have you been looking up a joke quickly?
But yeah, fairly quickly since you dropped it on me about 3 minutes ago. Yeah. So you ready for the amazing?
Yeah.
The Vix lorry tipped over on the motorway. There was no congestion for hours.
Oh, tell us in the comments. A few weeks ago when we had Coaster Dad on, you won the best dad joke. That's why I thought.
Yeah, but it was like an hour's worth of research before then to get to that point.
So before we talk about, we'll have to talk about Nemesis, even though it's happened very recently. And we're going to talk about Coastal Mayhem at Chesterton. That you went to Attraction Source, but I got some quizzes later on. But last time we had a lounge episode, we did Odd One Out. So we've got Odd One Out.
The bottom one,
and it's not the fact we've got Smiler, Nemesis, and the wild dog enclosure at Dudley Zoo. And it's not the fact they're roller coasters.
Is it broken fences? The Dudley Zoo and Smiler both had broken fences recently, but Nemesis just wasn't.
It's fence related. Like, can you be any more specific, or I might give you that anyway?
Well, the bin lorry went through the fence on the Smiler.
That's it, yeah. Nemesis and the wild dog enclosure had their fences taken down because there's construction going on. The Smiler got that fence taken down just because of the bin lorry, which that photo is from Ben and Holly. I'll put that links in the description. So, yeah. So you pretty much got it. But first I want to talk about the Attraction Source event. So I don't know if I need to ask how you came across. Have you been on Attraction Source for a long time?
We followed them for a long time, but we've never been kind of on any of the events. It's the first kind of enthusiast event we've been on, regardless of kind of whether or not it's Attraction Source or not. But yeah, it was an awesome day, to be fair. Really enjoyed it. It's kind of started off kind of with a bit of a kind of meet and greet in the Chesterton Hotel. And then we got kind of early ride time on Mandrill Mayhem. So I think we got, how many rides did we get in on Mandrill Mayhem?
We got 3 in, but we were going to go for the 4th.
Yeah, we were going to get a 4th ride, but then it broke down last minute.
How much time did you get on Mandrill Mayhem?
It's got 3.
Is it?
It's an hour, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an hour in the park, but by the time you get there and stuff,
yeah,
so you have to like 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's like kind of 10-minute walk to get to the coaster in the first place. So, but yeah, once we went on Mandrill Mayhem, they did like a kind of a bit of a tech talk in front of the spike on Mandrill Mayhem. So it's kind of an area of the park that you're not normally allowed in. And yeah, there was the main Chesterton technical guy doing the talk. And yeah, he was awesome, to be fair. He answered a load of questions. He did a bit of a competition where he could win a coaster wheel, which hasn't left this little girl's hand for about a week.
I've got a photograph. There we go. What did you have to do to win that? Was it just like a raffle? Or?
Yeah, so the guy had a bit of paper in his hand, and it had basically he said, "What does B&M stand for?" But wrong answers only. And you had to basically say what he had written down on the bit of paper. But he had the paper full up. So people were guessing and not getting it. Laura tried bangers and mash and a couple of other things, but in the end, the guy opened the paper up a bit too much, and Laura was looking straight at it. So she instantly read what was on the paper and shouted out the answer, which was blooming marvelous.
Yeah.
So yeah, Darcy won a coaster wheel. And then
how did the other guy win his?
So they asked what was the oldest B&M and the newest B&M. and he didn't get the new one right, but he got half the answer. He got the oldest one right, and he said the newest one was Mandrill, and it's not. It's
They
actually,
did change the pipeline.
Yeah, it's the pipeline coaster in the States, isn't it? In SeaWorld. That's the
What's the oldest one?
It's the Wolf.
Bad Wolf?
Bad Wolf.
Bad Wolf.
Bad Wolf, is it?
Yeah.
I think it's like the old.
It's the one that Vampire was based on.
No, because that's not B&M.
Yeah, but it was the one that.
So that's why we didn't win 2 wheels, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, after the engineering talk, we kind of did a couple of ride takeovers as well. So we went on the Monkey Swinger, Tuk Tuk Turmoil, the Dodgems, and then we went on the pirate ship, kind of as a group. And then that was the best thing, was that you kind of wander around, talk to people as you go. But then after the kind of the ride takeovers, kind of lunchtime, everybody kind of went their own way for a couple of hours, which was awesome as well, because you got to kind of have a bit of time on your own, kind of walking around the park. And then once the park closed at about 6 o'clock, they did some kind of exclusive ride time on Vampire. So we got, how many laps of Vampire did we get? Was it 7 in the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got 7 laps of Vampire. And the group was only about kind of 60 people in total. So it was more or less stay on the ride and just go round and around for kind of 45 minutes, which was awesome because it's Darcy's favourite coaster.
What? Just because I've seen the photo, it's been a while since I've been to Chessington. What do you think about the paint job on that now? I know it looks new, but do you think the colours look better when it was?
It's a new ride.
Oh, it's a completely different boat.
It used to be the Black Buccaneer. They replaced.
Yeah, it used to be Black Buccaneer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's now a completely new pirate ship called Blue Barnacle.
What do you think about the paint job on that?
Yeah, it's kind of.
It's very bright.
It's very bright.
Cartoony.
Yeah, it's quite. To be fair, it's quite a good pirate ship as pirate ship goes. It's better than Blade and kind of a couple of others. It's got decent height on it. Probably Drayton is my favourite pirate ship.
See, everyone says that, but can you sit at the back on that now? Because I remember when I last visited, they were saying you can't queue for the back. You get what you're given.
Yeah, we were kind of halfway down one on Drayton one, but yeah, it just seems to get a lot of height on that one.
Yeah, but I think being over the water helps as well, because that kind of feels like it's going a bit higher.
Yeah.
Have you been on, just because you mentioned that, have you been on Rush at Thorpe Park?
This was a conversation that Laura was having with Ben and Holly earlier. We've been on it before Darcy was born years ago, and absolutely hated it. It's one of the worst rides I've ever been on in terms of kind of comfort, rideability. I vowed never to go on it again, but I think Ben and Holly may have agreed to take Darcy on with Holly at some point if we meet her at Thorpe Park at some point, because we're not going on again, but Darcy wants to go on it.
I was just going to say, because when Laura mentioned the water for that, it reminded me of, I can't remember the exact terminology for what that swing ride, the type of ride it is, but they've got one when I went to Leesburg, but it's built on the side of a hill called Upswing It. So it adds to it because it seems like it's in midair anyway, built on the side of a hill. So what other, so you got Mandrill Mayhem, did you get, you got Vampire, did you get anything else? Rides-wise?
You could go on the other 2 in Jumanji, the Ostrich Stampede and Mamba.
Yeah,
But we didn't.
But we didn't.
Yeah, did well.
How many people in the group queue for that?
Yeah. The Ostrich Stampede is just. I don't know whether or not the operations are better. I'm assuming not, because when we were waiting for Mandrill Mayhem, I think it was quoting an hour queue still for the Ostrich Stampede, and it's like one of those bouncy rides you get at the fair, but it's completely toned down. Don't get me wrong, it's an all right ride, but it's not an hour queue ride. It's really not. Was it an actual hour queue, or was it because they batch it in such a weird way, don't they? Well, it's kind of. There was a lot of people queuing. Because I didn't really look that way because we were just going round and around going on Mandrill Mayhem. But the queue looked kind of fairly substantial. We didn't go on it, so we're not sure whether or not it's still the same as it was kind of on the opening weekend, where effectively everybody sits on the ride. It spins round twice. They then decant half the people and move them around, put them back on, and it spins round again. And it might or might not work. And then when it eventually works, it's literally, I think it's 29 seconds, the ride that you get. And it's like, that's really not worth it. So I don't necessarily think it's bad. Did you want to talk about what happened? You were telling me when you were queuing for the back row for Mandrill. About the stoppage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so annoyingly, on all the rides that we managed to get on Mandra, we were trying to get a row 7, which is the kind of reverse facing seats, which go right off the spike. I managed to wangle my way in with one of the the ride hosts to get a row 7. So me and Darcy were standing there, ready to go on row 7. We watched the coaster kind of leave the station, go around the track. It came back through the station, which it's supposed to do. It kind of slows down, and then it slowly kind of comes back into the station the other way. It kind of went through the station and didn't come back. It was kind of half in the station and half out. And they announced on the kind of the speakers that it was being suspended. The problem was there was quite a few people from the attraction source event actually stuck on that last ride. Luckily, we weren't on it.
We were about to do the engineering tour.
Yeah, we were about to do the engineering tour. So effectively, they had to. They got everybody to stand in the middle of Jumanji World and wait for the ride to be evacuated, basically, to get the people on it off it that were kind of waiting.
Are you allowed to tell us anything about the engineering talk? Was it something, because obviously this is a paid event. I don't want. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, there wasn't a great deal to see that you can't see when you're there. So that photo there was taken it's one of the construction areas at the side of the ride, which is normally fenced off and you can't get in. So that was kind of a bit of an exclusive. The most impressive thing was the room that houses the power system for the launches. And when you think of a roller coaster launch, you just think it just works. That's it. It just kind of magic. But when he was explaining what's required to actually get it to work, it's like it blew my mind. They've got an entire room like the size of the bottom floor of our house, kind of full of capacitors that are constantly charging. They even charge overnight to make sure that they're at the highest power. And as soon as the coaster kind of triggers a launch, as it's going past the launch, the capacitors just empty into the track to launch the coaster. But the room is just huge, and it's just full of these like massive cabinets which have just got capacitors in them. But you weren't allowed to take any photos. It was all.
Oh, really?
You were literally fairly simply told, don't take any photos of the ride system, because I don't think there's any photos of it. But yeah, it was.
Is that so the other like Intamin don't know what B&M are doing, or?
I think so.
They were talking. There's 3 different suppliers of the ride system. So I think Siemens was one of them who did the electronic side of it, and obviously there's B&M that are supplying some of the hardware, and there's a third company as well, but I can't remember what they did. But
so is that Chessington choosing to put them together themselves?
No, I think that's B&M's choice of suppliers to kind of power the ride, but effectively each of these systems was kind of a bit separate in this room. Obviously, the B&M hardware is on the track and in the control room, but the Siemens kit and the other kit was kind of in this one enclosed room that's normally kind of locked up. We weren't even allowed to go into the room. We were allowed to kind of step up to the line just outside the room.
What, the door was open?
The door was open, but you weren't allowed in. Yeah. But it was still good to see. It's something that you don't get to see every day. So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I don't know if you want to talk a bit more about your vampire before I leave this topic. Do you want to talk any more about your vampire, ERT?
Yeah, so, to start with, Vampire is Darcy's number 1 coaster. So she went on the Dragon coaster at Legoland, which was the first kind of proper coaster she ever went on. How old were you when you went on Dragon?
It was about 4.
4 or 5, I think it was. You just reached the height, didn't you? But Vampire was the first kind of proper coaster that Darcy ever went on. And from the moment she went on Vampire, even till today, it's still a favourite roller coaster. I've got no idea why, because it's not the best coaster in the world. But then I suppose Nemesis isn't necessarily the best riding coaster in the world, but Nemesis is
Has Darcy been on Nemesis yet?
Yeah, she's been on everything. Okay. Towers, hasn't she? Yeah.
I think you might say Nemesis, but I was going to ask, in your opinion, what's the best coaster she's been on?
In my opinion, Nemesis.
Yeah, because you say that she likes Vampire, even though it's not the best.
Opinion, Marty? Vampire. Your opinion, Laura?
Yeah, probably Nemesis.
Nemesis, yeah. But it was quite funny the first time I took her on Vampire, though, because we were standing at the air gates, and there was this family next to us, and Darcy was so short at the time that her eyes were literally just over the top of the air gate. She was literally like a fraction over the height restriction. And I just remember the lady standing next to us going, "You're not taking her on that, are you?" And I was like, "It's not my choice. She wants to go on it."
I thought you were going to say, "It's not my child." See what they say.
That was when we got back into the station on your first ever ride of Vampire, didn't you? And you were crying your eyes out. And I kind of turned to Darcy and was like, "You're right." And she was like, "I don't want to get off. I want to go around again." And she was actually crying. She didn't want to get off, not because the coaster scared her. But yeah. That's when your roller coaster started, wasn't it?
So was it a situation where the staff were checking quite a few times? Like you checked when you went in the queue, and then were they checking before the ride because it didn't seem like she was tall enough?
Yeah, they did.
Well, they gave her. I think they did the one.
I just gave her
No,
wristbands.
in Chessington, they don't do the
Oh, no,
wristbands, as
that
far as I'm
was
aware.
Towers, wasn't it?
No, but they did check her twice.
Yeah. But yeah, to be fair to Chessington, in terms of the operation, the checks they do before you kind of get on the ride, they're probably better than any of the other Merlin parks. Like, I've been to Towers a couple of times and kind of they've checked your restraints, but it's like they're just doing it as part of the job. Whereas in Chessington, they actually physically check each restraint is attached before you kind of get on the ride. Thorpe was the opposite recently, where Laura went on stealth and the seatbelt restraint was kind of half hanging off, and the attendants were literally running up the length of stealth, literally touching the front of the restraints.
Was it undone?
Yeah, Laura's was completely undone. Laura's face was epic when we started launching down the track with the seatbelt loose. But,
Did you get the photo for that?
No, we didn't. Should have done. But yeah, in terms of the exclusive ride time of Vampire itself, kind of everybody filtered in. Obviously, we were waiting until the park closed, so we all had to congregate by the entrance to Vampire. And then we kind of went through the fast track entrance, which is actually the old entrance to Vampire with the big arch.
Yeah, it's much better.
And then basically just got in the queue, found a seat, and it was a case of just staying on and going around, basically. There's a couple of times where we had to get off because there's about 6 more people than there was seats. So every now and again, when you came back into the station after your lap, you had to kind of get off because somebody else was getting on. But other than that,
I wish I'd gone in a way because I don't know. I suppose it would have had the reverse effect because other people might have gone as well. But if I'd known it was going to be a smaller group, it just seems so unique compared to other meetups I've been to of theirs.
Yeah, and I don't really understand why it wasn't sold out as much because, like the Towers event that Attraction Source are doing in August, that sold out within minutes. And so a lot of the other events that I've seen in the past that we've been trying to get tickets for Attraction Source have sold out straight away. But yeah, I don't know whether or not it's just that Cheston's not as popular or whatever. Or
I'm surprised it's got the new ride. You know, I thought it would have been.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it was because of the smaller group of people. It was awesome because you were kind of seeing the same people all day as well, which made it quite good because you kind of got chatting to people, and yeah, it was awesome.
I don't know if before we talk about Nemesis, which is all new stuff that's happened. I've not got any photos in time for the show, but I don't know if you want to, because I always promise it on the promo for the show. Do you want to talk about what you're drinking tonight? A little review.
Okay,
Location, what have you got?
Location, and it's smash and grab. My glass is empty, so I'll show you Andy's. It's quite cloudy.
What is it? Just hazy IPA?
It looks like cider, to be fair.
Yeah, so it says it's quite citrusy, smooth and malty.
And Darcy's got her own drink as well. She's got, what is it?
Percy Pig.
Percy Pig.
Fizzy fruit juice.
Fizzy fruit juice.
I can't remember. Was it
not just any
Darcy,
Percy Pig juice? You
said Darcy likes the root beer.
Oh, she loves root beer.
Yeah, we all like root beer, don't we? But yeah. The Bundaberg ones and the little stubby bottles. They're the awesome ones, aren't they? Yeah. You don't often get it anywhere, though, do you? I love root beer, but you can't just go to the shop and buy it, can you? Not the main supermarket.
Not around here, anyway.
Oh, Asda doesn't sell it. Morrison's don't seem to sell it. Not anymore. They used to sell Bundaberg.
No one shop at Morrison's. We hate them now. I've got Bavaria. This is 0.0 because I've not drank alcohol since the last time we did a lounge episode because I had that cough or chest infection. Didn't know what it was, so I just thought it was better not to drink too much.
Before this drink, I haven't had a drink since Saturday night.
That's still quite a long time for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, while I'm here, I've got it in a special England glass. Are you going to be watching any of the World Cup?
Yeah, it's the wrong flag. Should have a dragon on it.
You're not going to be watching the World Cup then because it's not Wales. Are Wales in it?
I don't know, actually. It's the Ladies' World Cup, isn't it? I don't know whether or not Wales are in it or not. Probably not. We've only gotten one World Cup in the last 60 years, which is the men's one just gone.
But for anyone who is watching it, it's a bit the times because it's New Zealand. It's all like 3 a.m. through to 10 a.m. match. I think England playing 10 a.m. on Saturday. I could be wrong, but I'm sure that's playing Haiti.
I was thinking about staying up last night to watch the Wrexham Chelsea game, Wrexham are kind of doing a bit of a tour of the States at the moment with Ryan Reynolds and Rob. And they were playing Chelsea last night in the States.
Was that an exhibition game?
Yeah. It was. I think it was half midnight. They lost 5-0, so I'm glad I didn't stay up to kind of watch it now.
So are they playing other teams as well? Or are they just touring with Chelsea to play in different?
Yeah, so they're playing Chelsea, Manchester United, and LA Galaxy, and somebody else. They're doing a bit of. I think it's like a 2-week tour that they're kind of doing in the States. Just a bit of promotion, I think, for the second series of Welcome to Wrexham.
Are you looking forward to that?
Yeah. I'm not a football fan. I'm not a football fan, but growing up in Wrexham and knowing what Wrexham's like, kind of that. I know it might sound stupid, but them buying that football team has changed the entire town. It's just it's the most random thing to ever happen anywhere.
You said it wrong.
It's not a town anymore. It's a city.
Oh no, sorry, it's not a town. It's a city.
Oh, it's not a cathedral, is it?
It has got a cathedral, and it's had a cathedral for quite a few years.
What's it called?
But it's only this last year, I think it was, that it was made into a city.
Oh, is that because of what's happened with Ryan Reynolds?
Ooh.
No.
Sorry, I lost you there for a sec.
No, is that because of what's happened with Ryan Reynolds that they're giving it city status?
It was already planned before he even bought the football club. A lot of people say, yeah, it's because of that, but it was actually already planned, and they've been trying to make Wrexham into a city for years. But yeah, it was kind of already planned before they took over, but I'm sure it helped. Definitely helped.
Have you tried? I don't know if they filmed all of Series 2 already, but have you tried when you've heard that there's cameras about in the town trying to see if you can get in the background of it?
To be fair, I try to avoid Wrexham. I prefer going to Chester. Didn't say that. That's probably going to get some hate. I grew up in Wrexham, and yeah, I've lived my years in Wrexham, and yeah, I've now left Wrexham. But yeah, my mother was actually on Series 1 of Welcome to Wrexham in the background of one of the shots.
In the cathedral.
Yeah, they're in the St. Giles Church in Wrexham, and she was standing in the background. Yeah, so she's.
I know you've explained it to me. Did you want to explain? Were they not allowed in or something? The cameras.
Yeah, so the camera crew weren't allowed to film in the actual church, I presume, for some kind of reason. So yeah, they had to film the scene that they were doing kind of just outside, and you can see my mother kind of wander around in the background. Bit random.
We will be on Series 2.
Will we? Oh yeah. We might be on Series 2 actually, because when they won the league last year, was it this year? This year, isn't it? Mm-hmm. They did an open top bus tour of Wrexham. And where my parents live, they live right opposite the racecourse stadium. So we kind of stood opposite their house on the road watching the bus go past, and they had a full camera crew filming.
So you're like, yeah, I don't like Wrexham anymore. I left that place, and the football comes like running back.
It's not that I don't like Wrexham. It's just, yeah, I don't live there anymore. So we don't often go that way either. So unless I'm going to see my mum and dad, it's kind of, we don't really go that way. It's just, I haven't been into the centre of Wrexham for about probably, 10 years now. It sounds ridiculous because I spent like 20 years of my life there, and it's about half an hour away down the road, but got no reason to go there.
What about a place you have got reasons to go? What about Alton Towers? Do you want to talk about? Because I know Nemesis is it all today, or did some of it happen yesterday as well?
So it looks like they fixed the first part of, because the loop's now in 3 separate sections, whereas the old loop used to be in 2 sections, I think.
Yeah, it looks like they've put them all in now.
Yeah, so I think NF Attractions posted some pictures kind of this afternoon. And yeah, the whole loop looks like it's kind of in place now. And it looks quite a bit different to what I was thinking it was going to look, because the supports themselves are almost 50% bigger than the old ones. Apparently they've done it to make it more kind of strong and kind of safer. But yeah, it looks, the loop itself, the shape of it is the same, but the supports and kind of the other bits are a lot more bulkier than they were before.
What are you still on board with the paint job?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, really? I'm seeing more of it, and I'm thinking, I'm not sure. It seems a bit overkill.
The bit that's a bit bald as you're walking up towards the station looks a bit strange. There's like a bit where the tentacles kind of wrap around the top, and it leaves a big black bit.
It's where the helix is, kind of as you walk towards the entrance to the right, and kind of the helix is to the right. The bit of track that's by there hasn't got any veins on the side that you look at, which is a bit weird.
Yeah, because we thought they weren't going to have veins all the way around, didn't we, when we saw that?
Yeah, well, what is it? They wrap around, don't they? They kind of wrap all the way around the track. But I think they're going to put either some theme in or something on that side of kind of the helix to kind of.
Do you think they're going to have UV paint on there?
We still haven't got close enough with our UV torch yet to find that out. But that's our goal. Every time we go to towers, we take the UV torch and we're trying to use.
I hope it's got UV, but I'm getting flashbacks of, I don't know how much you heard, but before the curse opened, people said it's going to have this, it's going to have this, and then it didn't. And it's stuff that people hyped without Alton Towers ever saying it's going to be in there. And I feel like Alton Towers haven't said there's going to be UV paint. It'd be nice if there was, but I feel like people are hedging their bets on it so much when it doesn't happen, they're just going to moan even more about something that they made up in their heads, sort of thing.
There is a clue that it will be UV because on the Subterra sign, it lights up. On
the logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, the main Subterra sign where the tentacles are, it kind of designed to light up, which will look a bit weird if that's on its own and something.
Yes.
On Nemesis.
I mean, I hope it's got UV. I'm not saying I don't want the UV.
Yeah. The latest rumor as well is that they've removed all the fake bits of track that came out of the station monster. The rumors are supposedly that might be some sort of animatronic when it returns.
Yeah, there's going to be moving parts on it.
Yeah,
it does feel like it's going up so quick. They're trying to get everything they've done so far promoted and the track so quick that because there's more that they want to do.
Yeah,
promotion wise throughout the year, it feels like they need to rush this bit, which is exciting, and I hope it's real. But what do you think about the merch in the claw machines? Do you think that's a bit cheeky?
I think that's a cop out kind of. There's absolutely no way those machines are going to let you pick up a t-shirt. All the videos I've seen of people trying to get them on YouTube, not a single person appears to have actually got one of those t-shirts.
Do you think they'll sell them in the shop eventually?
I imagine they will. Yeah.
No, I bet you they won't even have the Seek the Truth logo on.
But then wouldn't you feel a bit disappointed if you spent like your 50 quid trying to get one at the claw machine and then they put them in the shop for 15 quid the week after?
50 quid in the claw machine? Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it was really cheeky.
I think it's a good marketing stunt, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite quirky, isn't it? Something different. Although, did you see how much the stickers actually blocked your view of inside the crane machine? So I don't know how
the stickers of the logo.
Anyway, yeah.
Hello. You've got the mug. You've got the advertising mug as well.
Change on the next visit.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, everybody. I'm sorry I'm so late.
Oh, no, that's a lovely cup. I see that.
Oh, yes, the
Hush,
lovely
hush.
hush mug. My pink hair.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ask you quickly while we're on it. Have you seen that Alton Towers #Seek the Truth t-shirts in the claw machines at Alton Towers?
Are they?
They're not selling them at the shop. They're putting them in the claw
Oh,
machine,
my word.
and people are obviously spending a lot of money on them.
Oh, crap.
Those claw machines are completely rigged, though, aren't they? So
If someone gets one, are they going to
Hi, Rachel.
put it on eBay?
probably.
Checking out scalp those or not?
Yeah, probably.
Park Pulse is here. I hope Park Pulse had a nice time because we're talking about stuff he probably doesn't know much about because it's all UK stuff. But I'm sure he knows about Nemesis. Everyone knows about Nemesis. What do you think about the chat?
The Nemesis track.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the paint job. I think it's
I
overkill.
want it to be black light though.
Yeah, hopefully it will be.
That's the only thing I want it to be is just black light. When it's like
I hope
black lights.
I hope they do something in the station with black light as well, similar to the curse, where it's kind of just before the ride leaves, it all lights up or something like that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
If
that'd be
it's
cool.
called Nemesis Reborn, there might be little Nemesis monsters crawling around.
It's actually going to be called Nemesis Reborn.
It would
Well,
be cool.
that's the copyright that they kind of they trademarked the name at the end of
I
last
feel
year.
like that would be really good until it's been around for 5 or 10 years, and then it will be a bit.
Yeah, that's what they do, though, isn't it? They drop the Reborn name after.
Like the
Oh,
Black
okay.
2 years. Like the Black Hole, where it's a new Black Hole, and they just kind of drop the name eventually.
Yeah, Park Pulse slightly agrees with me. I just think the paint job's a bit overkill. I would have liked it to just accent like the inversions and the turns rather than be all over the thing. But that's just me.
Initially, I didn't think it would be all over. But at the moment, I'm not finding it too bad.
I love it. It's awesome.
Don't you miss the white, Andy?
It'll make Nemesis one of the most unique looking coasters in the
I
world.
kind of miss the old track though.
Yeah, but definitely.
I wonder if are they changing the creature as well, like the colour of it
Yeah,
as well?
I think so. We've just been
Because I think
apparently
at the minute
animatronics.
it does look a bit odd, but
They might be
obviously it's a
adding
work in
animatronics
progress.
to it.
So
Sorry, I was
I-
just moving
that's
on.
okay. We're just moving drinks
I've got
around.
a feeling.
Quite good.
I got a feeling over the next couple of weeks/month they're gonna you know what they do with houses, where they completely put scaffolding around the house and put kind of plastic over it to cover it up while they're doing building work. I reckon they'll do something similar to that with the station. So it's kind of a bit of a surprise when they've done it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've had the same idea as us. Everyone's going doing Nemesis updates, so it's flooding, diluting the YouTube market for Nemesis updates, right? So we decided let's go everywhere else and blog everywhere else that's not on Towers.
I just think it's quite a good opportunity because guys are, I mean, proper people that are dedicated to doing the vlogs for things, the updates, Nemesis updates. It's
it's not a
quite
bad
good.
thing.
So we're just like, well, we'll go and explore a bit more. So,
Are you going to go and
Stay
see the
true
loop
to
this
our
weekend,
name.
Andy?
We were going to, but as grown-ups, we have things like decorating to do.
Oh.
So
That's why
might
it's a
do
2-day weekend.
Yeah, but the thing is, it looks like they're going to start doing the events on the stage again as well. I've got a feeling that's not going to be this weekend. I think it's going to be next weekend. So I think maybe we'll end up going next weekend rather than this weekend. But we'll see. We don't know yet.
Are they building a new path as well on there?
They're doing something where they dug holes in the ground next to the stage. I don't know whether that's going to be like a fence to screen off the food stands or something like that.
There's a few new like shed type food stalls as well cropping up, isn't there?
Yeah,
on Tower Street.
On Tower Street, which is a bit weird. Don't know what they are.
But Alton Towers hasn't yet got apple fries, which has gone into Thorpe and Chessington. There's a possibility that could be coming.
You know the apple fries, does it come with sauce?
Yeah, they did it with
whipped cream. It comes with, and then you could buy caramel sauce for like £1.50 extra.
Yeah.
Oh, they're missing a trick because you could just get custard, and then it'd be like apple pie and custard. I thought.
We one of the reasons why we went to kind of Chessington and Legoland kind of last weekend, or the main reason why we went to Legoland was to have some apple fries, and we ended up not having any apple fries.
I didn't have any at all.
Oh, they had them, but we didn't have any. To be fair, we didn't have a particularly great day at Legoland. It was, it's one of those busy days at Legoland, and I'll be honest, Legoland's not our favourite kind of park at the Merlin parks. I don't know whether or not it's just we've been on busy days every time we've been, but the ride queue times say 5 minutes, and they're really not. They're like an hour. Like we queued, what was the laser blaster?
Yeah, so 5 minutes and it was over half an hour.
Yeah, they're really not accurate. Like Towers can be a bit inaccurate at the time sometimes, but it's like Legoland just hadn't even bothered doing the right queue times. They just put 5 minutes and everything. And I'm like,
what does that look like? 5 minutes, but the queue goes indoors.
But yeah, we went on Flight of the Skyline when we kind of first got there. And that's one of the best rides in the UK. It's an unbelievably good ride. That's the second time we've been on it, and it was as good the second time as it was the first time, if not better.
Before I get to that question, or that information, I just want to ask, because Andy might know or Laura might know, are the food trucks they're getting at Towers still Aramark, or are they actually?
I think the apple fries is.
Yeah, I think that is.
But I don't know. Well, I don't know whether the other ones, if they bring them back, like the double whip and stuff, will be.
I don't think, because last year I don't think the double whip was part of Aramark. You didn't get your discount. I think you don't. Like the ones in Mardi Gras, you didn't get your discount because I don't think they were part of the Aramark group.
I wasn't sure if they were bringing in food trucks. Obviously, not giving discount, but kind of posing as they're outside, but they're actually just Aramark in a food truck.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Well, you soon find out by the quality of the food, and to be fair, the quality of the food at Mardi Gras was different level to what Aramark have done, Burger Kitchen and stuff like that. So, yeah.
But then with Aramark, the dessert bars, like the one outside the Curse, is quite good.
Yeah.
The one at Legoland could have been all right.
I've never felt so sick after eating something as what I did in Legoland. They do this. Basically, it's like make your own ice cream dessert thing. So you choose either.
Oh, is it like when you used to go to Pizza Hut and kids just used to put loads of stuff?
Yeah, kind of. It was. I think it was cookies, macaroon.
Yeah. Oh.
Waffles as the base. You then chose your ice cream flavor to go on top of it, and you chose like 4 toppings as well, and they had like sweets and kind of fudge and kind of whatnot, and then they had sauce as well to go on top. But it was like you get like large cookies from the supermarket. It was 2 of them with ice cream between it, and just like
how much was it? Was it good value? Was it good value for what you paid?
It was £12 each before discount, which is expensive. But once you saw how much you actually got, it wasn't bad value. The problem was I had a quarter of it and felt so sick that I couldn't eat anymore.
But it was kind of a rip-off because on the pictures it looked really nice, but then in real life they just shoved ice cream on top of it.
Yeah.
It did look a lot messier.
Yeah, that's the other thing that kind of bugs me a little bit about Legoland compared to the other parks. Not them spending ages slagging off Legoland there, but the staff, they're just not happy in the jobs. Like, you speak to any of the staff at Legoland, you don't get a smile out of them. And you go to Thorpe, you go to Towers, and yeah, they're obviously on minimum wage or whatnot, but you get hellos and thank yous and stuff like that. But yeah, Legoland, it's the opposite.
The trick is, and everyone who's watching can get this trick, if you go to Legoland at the start of the day, you go to the reception and you tell them it's your birthday, they give you a badge, so it's your birthday to keep, like a Lego one. And then when the staff see it, they go out their way to talk to you. That's what you need to do. They do it to me.
Extreme good customer service.
Mike actually got a badge.
So I did that. I went to reception when we went on my birthday a few years ago.
It was like 20 odd
And well, I didn't ask for the badge. I specifically asked to have my name on the screen.
Yeah.
You know the screens around the park. It tells you the people's birthday.
All these 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds.
The funny thing was, I said, "Oh, it's Mike with a Y," so they spelled it MYKE. And by the time I saw it, I was down like the screen at Heart Lake City. So I thought, I'm not walking all the way back up.
That was the other thing as well that really wound me up at Legoland was the show. I'm still thinking about it now and it's still winding me up. But we sat there for nearly over half an hour in the blazing sun with about 500 other people waiting for the show to start. The show starts and the pirates come out and do their kind of running around and whatnot. And then all of a sudden it just stopped dead. The entertainers just walked off, and then on the tannoy it said they can't continue because it's high winds. I'm like, yeah, okay, safety first, and I've got a problem with that. But they could have told us that before it started, and we probably wouldn't have sat there for half an hour. It was just, it wasn't great, if I'm honest.
That's the only thing that I remember when we used to go see Legoland was that there was not enough shady places.
Especially not in that
obviously
trailer.
I burn easy, so I was like, and then even when we were waiting for the show, I felt like I were burning.
Park Pulse says birthday badges at Disney will get you free snacks every now and then, so that's another tip.
Oh, that's good to
Birthday
know.
badges are the future, I think.
That's another excuse to add to my list to go to Disney.
But yeah, Ben and Holly seem like I mentioned that the skip outside Darkest Depths of Mine tours has been cleared. 2 new mazes for Scarefest? Question mark. I kind of want Darkest Depths to stay because it's not that scary, but it seemed like it was the best themed. Did you do the scare mazes?
Laura's got epilepsy, so if there's strobe lights in any quantity, it's not great. So yeah, we've not done any of the towers kind of scare mazes. So some things like going on rides like the Curse and stuff, there are strobe lights in some parts of that, but they're not constant. And I know a lot of the scare mazes are quite heavy on the kind of the strobe lights. So yeah, we've never actually done any.
What I find awkward is they won't actually tell you to the level of what the strobe lights is. They'll just tell you that there's lighting effects.
Yeah,
I've tried to have conversations with them before to see if I could actually go into the scare mazes, but they won't actually go in depth about it. They'll literally just say, "Oh, it has lighting effects," and that's.
Which is fair enough because they don't want you to go in if there's any sort of strobes, do they? So yeah, we've not done any.
Yeah.
Good.
Maybe you could do like a guy day out and go scare mazes.
Well, no, you can come with us. You can have some, do some stuff with Laura.
We can try the Halloween treats.
So,
the Halloween treats they have on offer.
for these quizzes. Oh no, continue.
That's one good thing about Legoland. I have got one good thing about Legoland is in their Halloween event last year, they did actually do a quiet hour, which didn't have any sounds or flashes in their little walkthrough maze, and I thought that was quite cool.
See, I want to go. I'll go do that one. I'll do that with you then.
It feels like Chessington do something like that as well.
I'll do that with you, and then go.
The best thing about that Legoland was you got a little Lego pumpkin at the end of it, like a little Lego kit of a pumpkin.
And they give you 2 sweets as well.
Oh.
Yeah,
If you said there was 4 people, they would give you 4 bags.
yeah, we
And-
treated
That's what we did.
We got some to take back for Jessica and Rachel, didn't we?
That's like when I can't remember what ride it was. It might have been the Smiler. I can't remember, but someone I won't name who's been on the show before. I remember he said all of his group they got fast tracks when they got off because they got off the Broken Down ride, and they all split up and just went, "Yeah, there's 4 of us. Yeah, there's 4 of us." And they all did it. I'm like, "Is no one checking?" You think the staff would go, "Well, where are the other 3?"
That's a question. Do they do that at towers? Because we got evac from the curse. and
Yeah, I
we've
was
been
going to say.
another round, but we've never had fast track tickets, right?
We got evac from. It's probably one of the best places to get evac from. The 13 in the crypt, it didn't drop.
Yeah.
And it was last Friday of the day, so I thought they were mucking about with us. I thought it's still going to drop. They turn the lights on and go, someone will be up in a minute. It's broken down.
I was
thought,
That's
shortly-
like the
very
worst,
funny.
worst
shortly
possible
after-
place to break down on the ride.
Well, the girls in front of us didn't want to get off. They were crying because they thought it was going to drop. But when we got off, you go down the stairs, the side of the crypt. When you get back to the station, they have this thing which you don't bother reading it all of it, but it's basically you won't sue us, and then they go, here's 2 free fast track.
Yeah, no, they did make us give our names and email addresses, but that was it. We were waiting for our fast tracks. We never got on.
Well, to be fair, I wasn't that bothered about getting the fast tracks, if I'm honest, but it just seemed to be that when you see it happen in other parts, that's the first thing they do.
I'm surprised how reserved you were when you're filming. You didn't film anything. You were like, we're not going to film any of this stuff in here when we get evacuated.
Yeah, well, I'm all for one for sticking to the rules. So it says don't film inside the right building, so I didn't. Well, I did, but the video is not in public domain. So
Has anyone else in the comments got about experiences being on evacs and things like that?
Oh yeah, if anyone
Just,
else has
just
got
put it on
evac
in.
experience, put it on.
Because you're all sitting there and you're all
And also, I normally do
you're
this
all
on.
saying hello.
I normally do this on Instagram tomorrow, which I probably still will. But if anyone's got 5-word weekend, put in the live chat in 5 words what you're doing this weekend. But I just want to quickly bring it up. I think I've done it before. There used to be an accelerator at Leesburg called Kanonan, and we got evac'd off the brake run. And one of the people we were with, because it was a club trip, said we have to go on it again. Doesn't count as a cred. Does it count as a cred if you get evac'd on the brake run?
Oh, no, I'd say
no,
not.
No, it's got to be a full run from start to finish.
Yeah, because I was thinking, oh, we've been on it, but I think we got straight back on. To be fair, I don't think they made us queue up for it again. But these quizzes I've got. Do you want to? I don't know if you want to do like Laura and Darcy versus Andy, or
Heart Pulse has put Splash Mountain. WDW.
Walt Disney World.
Walt Disney World. I have a video somewhere.
Check out his channel.
So yeah, I might have a quiet nosy at that one. But yeah, are we ready for the quiz?
Did you want to do? Did you want to do that then?
Yeah.
Andy versus Lauren.
Yeah,
We've got 2 quizzes. Do you want to do? Do you want to do the emoji one first? We've got the emoji where it's a ride name, and you've done it with emojis. And you got to guess what it is.
That sounds similar.
Yeah, this is something I do with Darcy in the car.
Yeah.
I
was driving home from work a couple of weeks ago, and my phone beeped, and it comes through on the car, and it kind of dictates what's on the message that have been sent. So Darcy had just put every single emoji on the phone.
How does it sound?
In the car. So all I could hear in the car radio was like smiling emoji, poo emoji. It just went on for about 10 minutes straight, but it's so funny.
I don't know if. Well, I don't know if you want to take it in turns. Then do Laura and Darcy want to go first?
Yeah.
Ooh.
The first one.
Numbers.
Oh, I know the first one. Can I do none of this?
We'll see if they know it, and then you can have a go if they don't know it. I'll see if they know it, and then I'll pass it over to Andy.
It's not good numbers, that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, what numbers are they?
I have a feeling we're not going to do very well at this.
Would this be a ride that we would know?
It's a roller coaster. If you realise what kind of numbers they are, you'll probably get it. You'll get the start of the word.
Yeah, can you see the small
Odyssey.
Yes,
yeah!
Odyssey. Right, Andy, do you know number 2?
Oh, I do want a number 2 as well.
Wipeout.
Yeah, Wipeout.
Laura just told me that. I'm embarrassed.
I like the way Charlie Jones says, I like quizzes. He only sees this and goes, Jesus. Did Laura and Darcy know number 3?
King's Car.
Yeah.
It's a Small World.
Yeah, you can do that if you want. Andy, do you want to do number 5 then? Andy?
I don't know the 5th.
No idea.
Oh, is it like the one in Drayton Manor?
No. Andy,
No.
it's at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, I believe.
Oh, is it like The plain one. The Red Arrows one.
Skyforce.
Yeah, Skyforce.
Yeah.
No,
I thought it was that one.
It's a roller.
It's a
coaster.
roller coaster.
Blue Flyer.
Blue Flyer, yeah.
Got that in
Oh,
the end.
I thought the same as Darcy.
There you go. There you are. That's the park set. But got
You
5
won.
more. So does Andy want to go first this time?
Oh. Log asleep.
No. Do Laura and Darcy know?
Is that a ribbon?
Well, what's the ribbon doing?
Twist, turn.
And then what's another name for wood?
Forest.
Turn log. Turn. Twist
Oh, the
log.
pilot.
What's the ribbon doing?
Pulling. Oh, is it corkscrew?
Do you know it?
Dance log.
No, it's the shape the ribbon's taking.
Circle log.
Begins with T.
Twist.
Well,
Twist.
twist.
Twisted.
Twisted.
Oh,
Forest.
yeah, I know what. No.
Twisted wood.
I'm getting
it's-
the
it's-
twisted one.
when you're working with it.
Twisted. No,
Something.
no. It's there. It's there, but yeah.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Twisted Timbers.
Oh,
You're so close.
I know what number 7 is, though. I've already done that
Nickel
one.
and Keisha.
What,
They're
does
going
does
down.
Laura and Darcy know number
Yeah,
7?
timber.
I think I know what it is.
I don't.
You got it,
Is
Andy?
it Europa? Is it Europa Park, Silver Star? Is it Europa Park?
Yeah, it's Silver Star, yeah. Number 8 is at Oakwood.
Oh, Rachel Jones got twisted log. Well done.
Megaphobia.
No.
It's a wooden coaster, I presume.
No, it's in the name of the coaster.
Treetops.
Treetop, yeah. Treetop roller coaster.
Hey! Yeah, the top of the tree.
Andy, do you want to have a go at number 9?
No.
If I tell you, obviously you refer to a female as she, so what would you refer to as a male as? And then what are they doing in the boat?
No.
Hero.
Hero, yeah.
See, I don't know if I'm allowed to answer or not. Mike's
Well, when they
looking
said they
at me
didn't
and
know,
I'm
I was
like,
kind of looking at you. Last one, Andy knows.
Dino.
Well, he told me you knew it. He said, I know what number 10 is.
Dino.
Number 7, I said. Anyway. I was
Oh,
no
number
idea.
7,
Nemesis of Terror.
It's a dinosaur.
It's a dinosaur.
Yeah, but it's a
What
monster.
in the second picture? What are they? What's the
No.
guy doing?
Sprint.
What's the guy who's running after him doing?
Chase.
Yeah,
Raptor chase.
Clyde. What's the shortened name for dinosaur?
Dino chase.
Dino Chase. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, who won
Yeah.
that?
I think
Sorry,
Laura
my
and
voice
Darcy
out
probably
too
did the
loud.
best, to be fair, but I don't know. I wasn't keeping score on that, but yeah, I thought Hero would be a bit more challenging than putting a person in a cape. But yeah, I thought that was quite good.
I was like, mailboat, sailboat. I was just like going down that route, and I was like, "There's no
Okay, what
ride called that."
what I'll do with the next one, I'll let Laura and Darcy go first. We'll go down one by one, and then I'll let Andy do the second one, etc. But it's another
I'll keep
letter
quiet.
one.
Oh no, I can't do these.
So these rides.
What one you
These are
like, Nate?
rides, yeah.
Laura will get the top one.
Laura and Darcy, what's the top green one?
Mandrill Mayhem.
Yeah, Andy, what's the yellow one?
The one on the right.
Yeah, the one on the top right, the yellow one, yeah. I might have made that too hard.
No idea.
I don't know, but I think that one's Valhalla.
That's Valhalla.
Hello, yeah. Do you want to have a go at the blue one, Andy? To be honest, that light blue one is probably the most difficult one on the board.
Oh, crikey.
What about the purple one on the right hand side, Andy? I think you know that.
Shall I help you?
Yeah.
Oblivion.
Oh,
Oblivion, yeah.
Oblivion.
She said she didn't know these.
I know the one. Is it the yellow or green on the right hand side? That's Dragon's Fury.
Dragon's Fury, yeah.
Very, yeah.
No, that's Mumbo Jumbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I
check your
don't
chat.
know about magma.
Have you answered?
Magma, yeah.
Have you answered the long one?
The blue one. No.
No, not the blue one.
No, we haven't done the middle orangey
What,
one.
the orange one? The orange one is at Pleasurewood Hills.
In CNN.
Sen.
It's at Pleasurewood Hills.
Oh, we've never been to
Never
Pleasurewood.
been to the Pleasurewood.
Well, the second letter's an A.
Cannonball.
Yeah.
Something.
Cannonball.
You can own it.
I actually can't remember it.
Another name for it. I guess you could say it's another name for a train, maybe.
Oh,
Are you ready?
EX.
Express.
Oh,
Yeah.
Express. Okay.
Oh my goodness, I would not get that in a million years.
So we got
That's a tricky one.
No.
Which one are you? We haven't done the yellow one, have we? Or this.
Have we done the bottom S one?
No.
it's not Storm Force, but it's Storm something.
Oh,
Storm Chaser at Bolton's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the black one's at Legoland. It's a flat ride.
Is it the spinning? Oh, the
Tiger.
Yeah.
Spinning Spider, yeah. And the pink one. At Thorpe Park.
Swan.
Mm.
Star. No, not Starfing.
Flying
Is it-
something.
Flying.
Flying fish.
Yeah.
Does it?
So the yellow and the blue one at the top. Do you have any idea? I don't think you're going to get the yellow one because that's at Pleasurewood Hills as well.
We're still looking at the blue one.
Yeah, and the blue one I think is at Lightwater Valley. The blue one is the most difficult. I didn't know the name of the ride till I looked up some ride names.
Never been to either of those parks, so I'm not.
It is flying, to be fair.
Flying.
see it.
No.
Cutlass.
Oh, that's one they go flying.
It's the name of their swinging ship.
Okay.
Welcome to my
And Marble
madness,
Madness is well, I don't know if it should still be there. It's on RCDB. It's basically Rattlesnake at Chessington, but it's mirrored. It's the other way around. Are you a fan of that?
Wow, actually.
Did awesome then, didn't we? Yeah.
Ellen goes all everywhere, so I'm just like, what? Every time I look at it.
I think, yeah. I don't think the chat enjoyed that very much. But did you want to talk about anything while I tell everyone who's on next week? I don't know if you've met this person before who's on next week because they just happened to be at Attraction Source Meet as well. Coasters with Moi.
Yeah,
It's coming on next week.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Well, we saw them, but we didn't have a chance to chat to them.
Oh,
You've seen their vlog? They did like a runway walk for Vampire Yacht.
Oh, yeah, we did see them filming.
I think we might have to join in on that catwalk, you know.
Just a bit of a plug from our end as well, but our Attraction Source vlog's coming out tonight, so it should be on the next hour.
Yay! What time?
Yay.
Hopefully within the hour. I'm just uploading it to YouTube at the moment. So.
I've got a render. I've edited it. I've got a render ad. We got another vlog coming out Sunday. I don't know if we want to tell people where it is or keep it a surprise.
Keep it a surprise. It'd be nice.
It's somewhere
to get
really
people
different.
Have a guess if you want.
And it's somewhere I didn't think I would enjoy. I think the Joneses already know because we told them in conversation, but
It's fine.
I don't think other people will know where it is till we.
People can look at it and go, "Where have you been exploring?"
I don't know if you'll ever do this in the future, guys. But what we did recently, the last two vlogs we did in a weekend, and we decided not to post much about it on Instagram whatsoever, so no one knew until the video came out. And then we decided we'll post all the photos of the trip then, just to keep them a bit on alert so they don't know about it.
Like me stroking the wallpaper.
Golf. We've done a golf video. We have got more
It was.
adventure golf in the future.
I quite enjoy it.
That was good. They let us in.
Yeah, so it's worth watching.
If anyone wants to go, we're thinking about doing. You can rent it out for 100 people. It's like £13.50 each. Our Surfer Girls here.
Big. Hi, Elizabeth.
She joined us late on.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
Hope you well.
check out Surfer Girl stuff as well. She does a lot of she does Disney Pin Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's got a funner name than that. I've just remembered it's on a Wednesday and it's the Pin Badges, but she does the Disney stuff.
Awesome. Oh.
I should take out.
It's okay. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's if you go to Adventure Golf in Stoke, it's £13.50 each if you get a group of 100 people
And
for like to rent the whole thing out.
And the funniest thing is, I've actually seen, which is like 2 buildings away from us, they did like a media event at the Splash, the swimming pool that's next to it as well. And Walking with the Woods has done a vlog on it.
Yeah, he's done a vlog recently. Yeah, go check that out.
Were we going the same day maybe and just didn't realise? I'm not too sure. So I just thought I'd plug that in for him.
But what are the Joneses up to apart from your vlog that's coming out? What are you up to in the near future?
We're hoping to go down to kind of Thorpe for Carnival and Cheston again for Wilderfest over kind of the next few weeks. We're going to wait until they're both on at the same time, so I think Carnival starts this weekend, is it? Or next weekend?
Yeah.
And then Wilderfest is the weekend after, I think. So
Wilderfest looked good last year.
Yeah, we didn't go to Wilderfest.
No, we went to Carnival last year. We didn't go to Wilderfest.
Yeah, we
Did you
didn't
go
go
to Wilderfest?
No, we didn't.
Remember, there was the sign on the
Don't
fence.
just
wasn't there?
bounce.
Yeah, we didn't go to Wilderfest.
We nearly went to
No.
Wilderfest. We were about 3 days off.
What are the chances you'll succumb to wanting to go to see that Nemesis loop this weekend?
I'll tell you on Monday.
I think if tomorrow or Saturday we see people posting that the food stalls are open and the other stuff's there, we'll probably go on Sunday.
Yeah.
But if not, we'll wait till the weekend after when everything's up and running.
It makes sense that they're going to get stuff up and running for this weekend because this is the first weekend of the summer holidays. They're kind of losing the weekend if they don't, but yeah, who knows?
So I don't. Is there anything else you want to promote before we wrap it up?
We've not really put that many vlogs out in the last kind of week or so, but yeah, the obviously Attraction Source one's coming out tonight. We did a short last night where we made a little trip to the
Milkshake.
we've got a local milkshake farm, which is an awesome little place. Yeah, so put a little short out for that. But yeah, kind of not really got any plans for the next month or so. We're just kind of doing it when we get close to each weekend. We're going to make a decision about kind of what we're doing.
Apparently, theme park wise, and I thought this sounds like it would be counterintuitive, but apparently it is quite the quietest day to go in the summer holidays is on Sundays.
Yeah.
We've seen that in the past, kind of last year. Obviously, the last couple of weeks as well, with the kind of the school trip season's been on. The weekdays are just insane, but then the weekends tend to be kind of really quiet. I know who we were watching on the Drayton vlog. It was Coastalytical.
Oh yeah.
We watched a vlog yesterday where Coastalytical went to Drayton to the Summer Nights event. They bought afternoon tickets, so they turned up at about 4:00. When they got there were signs everywhere saying it was closing at 5.
Oh, they weren't even having the late night thing.
Oh god.
Yeah, so the rides closed at 5. And yeah,
Was that because of the weather?
No, because it was just quiet, I think, and they just decided to kind of cancel the event.
Oh,
But yeah, they went to the customer services department, and the only thing that they'd offer them was tickets for another day, and that's kind of not the point. It's kind of we've driven all the way here, and yeah, it seemed a bit rubbish. Actually, we were thinking about going to that kind of Summer Nights event in the near future, but if
it's a big drive for them to cancel it.
It's a big drive for us to just turn around and cancel it at the last minute. So I don't know.
Mm.
But yeah, no, we watched Ben and Holly's vlog about the Summer Nights, and yeah, it looked awesome. To be fair,
Yeah, it does look good. Is there anything you want to advertise about your photo competition?
No, it's just obviously the Love to Explore photographer challenge is basically for this month in July. It's water, and I must admit mine wasn't the best, but it is water. Trust me, it's just got dye in it. But if anyone wants to join in, just make sure you can tag us, or you can tag me as well, Stacey_L2E on Instagram, and then hopefully I might just put it on the stories and go yay. So it's just a bit of mindfulness as always, just to enjoy the people's photos.
And does Darcy know our catchphrase?
I
Pressure.
forgot. We'll see you in the review, but for now we're gone.
Yay!